Hi Libras, and welcome to your October 2022 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky coming on to talk to you about your month ahead. I hope you're all doing really well. Happy birthday to those of you aging up here in October. We are firmly in Libra season as I'm filming this for you. I hope that you are enjoying your time of the year. So as usual, Libras, in this reading, I'll be doing some intuitive messages for you, followed by a week-to-week tarot forecast and an extended reading on Patreon. So let's dive straight into that. So yes, the main thing that I feel for a lot of Libras is like realizing the degree to which you have completely manifested what you wanted either a long time ago or at least a time like quite in the distant past. I feel that many Libras have done exactly what they set out to do, or have achieved this a middle balance of something that they wanted so badly for a long time. It feels like you're achieving something here, and it feels like also you've grown since you set out to achieve this. So it's like you're coming into something that you've really wanted for a long time as a different person perhaps than the person who wanted that. So you're kind of maybe asking a lot of tough questions this month, where it's like, why didn't I get this when I wanted it more? Or why didn't I come into this manifestation when I needed it more? Those answers are going to be coming through for you this month. As you come to terms with your own transformative nature, especially those of you with Scorpio placements in your chart, I feel that you have these really profound experiences coming up in the month of October, where it's like, here it is, here's exactly what you've needed for a long time. What does it mean to you now? What does it signify to be stepping into the territory, or to be stepping into the status or position or sense of self that you've been yearning for such a long time? So first off, again, as I was saying, it's I think congratulations are in order for many Libras this month, because you have maybe achieved a lifestyle or achieved a foundation. It's more of a foundation I feel that Libras have achieved that you might not even realize you have achieved. For some of you, this could be independent income. For others of you, this could be having a more minimalist or having a more appropriate philosophy on belongings or things that you have in your life that makes you feel a lot more safe, or makes you feel a lot more yourself. And I feel that the universe is going to probably start pulling you to another level of self-determined well-being. So I'm seeing you perhaps with a different relationship to your house as well, or a different relationship to your home, where what you are surrounding yourself with and how that changes seasonally will also become more important for you. So it is kind of coming more into the home. The feeling that I feel for Libra is narrowing things down, or starting to embark on even smaller things, okay? Because it feels like the big stuff, the matter of reputation, the matter of industry, the matter of, who you are in the world, it's almost like you've fulfilled this, or you've done exactly what you wanted to do for so long. And now you have a new paradigm almost of existing on that foundation as a more independent person, or as a more self-trusting person. And as I'm looking at your cards, 9 of Cups, 3 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, it feels like there's so much. Okay, there's so much for you. Perhaps this is nice celebrations this month. Perhaps people are surprising you for your birthday. Perhaps you also are surprising yourself, or really committing to giving yourself the proper exemplification of your efforts. What do I mean by this? I feel that Libra is really detaching just from paying the bills, or just from barely getting by. And now I see you starting to recognize a potential in yourself that maybe you couldn't recognize for a long time. And then that's tough. A few of the signs, Scorpio is also going through this. Aquarius is going through this. Pisces is going through this. It's kind of getting caught off guard by the sudden recognition of your potential that you've had for a long time. And on one hand, it's thank God we're finally seeing that. But on the other hand, it's wow, there's a lot of momentum that wasn't even tapping into the surface of that. And we have to deal with that momentum, and we have to understand how that momentum measures up or connects with or doesn't connect with the true potential that we actually have. So that is really the big thing this month, Libras, for you and a few other signs. But I think that it's really you because it's your season. And I think that Libra season is having us re-measure the weight of our own potential against a few different metrics or against a few choices that we've made thus far. And we do have some hard decisions to make about that, I think, because a lot of people have really generated these super self-imposed momentums that might not have really been like the best thing for them, but aren't like bad either. So it's kind of like, I'm trying to think of a good comparison for that. It's almost like forcing a dish to be sweet that is not naturally sweet. So adding a lot of sweetener to something to make it taste or come off as in a way that it's not. So you have this whole like new mind maze that comes through of like how do I keep up that sort of false sensation or false essence. That's something that's going to be really changing. And by the time we get to Scorpio season, I think that you are much more honed in on the natural essence or on like what you naturally are without having to like dress that up so much or without having to like add ingredients to that to make it basically resemble another person's essence or another person's situation. You know, it's important to really not prevent yourself from knowing what you inherently can be or inherently can offer without having to try so hard. Okay. Also, the last intuitive message before we get into the week to week, you are facing a new channel. Okay. You're facing a new chasm or a new crossing. Six of Swords, Three of Wands, Ace of Cups. Eight of Wands can also be like this too. If you notice, both the Six of Swords and the Three of Wands are overlooking a channel, okay, like a channel to cross. So that's coming in at the beginning and the end of the month. So a lot of October is also going to be like a matter of what's next, okay? What are you facing now? Try to not keep turning around and facing like the old stories or the old questions, but rather think about what it means to cross this next channel and to probably move into the next phase of your greater story instead of constant repetitive motions, okay? I think it can be empowering for you to start to plan out your next phases here, all right? Let's talk about your week to week. Week number 1, the Six of Swords, rooted down by the Eight of Wands. Okay, so abundance in transition, abundance coming as a result of crossing the channel or crossing the threshold. Also, perhaps abundance or previous abundance serving as a foundation for you crossing the channel. Perhaps you feeling like you have enough or feeling like you have maybe saved enough or done enough of the menial stuff in order to feel secure enough to take on a new risk or to take on a new transition or transformation. You are moving into a transformative space in the first week, and I feel like you have plenty to do it. I think the Eight of Wands is great in conjunction with the Six of Swords because it's like, it's not as big of a risk because of what you've managed to store or what you've managed to save or the prosperity that you have managed to tap into. So I think that it's a big green light for you to make progress and to move into the new territories that you're yearning for. Week number 2, the Queen of Swords, rooted down by the Seven of Swords reversed. You have to maybe make a judgment about people with not the best intentions in your life. So Seven of Swords reversed, I like it more than the upright because it says that it's like really clear, or it says that people who are not out for your best interests are not really able to trick you or fool you otherwise. So you have this really strong clarity about who is and isn't out for your best interest in the second week of October. And you're able to really take maybe a neutral or an unbiased mindset to really take a look at who is good to have around. Okay, the people you surround yourself with comes up in the second week. as we are moving into a much more social paradigm. It's even hard for me to say, as I can be quite an independent person myself, but yes, it's true. Past Libra season of 2022, the degree to which one benefits from independence versus social contact starts to slide a lot more towards social contact. So you would already be feeling this if you're a super independent Libra. Kind of rare. Libra is not quite as independent of a sign, but if you are, or if you have other things in your chart that make you super independent or super even like isolationist or separatist, that gets harder and harder. And you've probably been feeling that for like the last year and a half, ever since these Saturn-Uranus squares happened, where it's like just harder and harder to do everything yourself. So we do have to think about trust, and we have to think about trusted confidants and the way that relationships can stay secure, and the way what we can do or the actions we can take to one, attract the right types of people in, but two, also maintain or sustain positive relationships without like falling outs or weird conflicts that make them go into a toxic place. Week 3, the 7 of Pentacles rooted down by the 9 of Cups. Beautiful. I love this with the 8 of Wands coming up as well. So you've done something right, perhaps with your abundance and prosperity, like the budgeting or the way in which you've been able to manage a lot of different material things, okay, is really positive. So you have like a new door opening based on that, or you also have like a new group or a new network of people that you can access because of how well you've managed something, or because of how well you have overseen some type of material construct. So for those of you who like manage businesses, or for those of you who do business stuff, you could be seeing like a promotion here, or just a new social group available to you because of your reputation, or because of what you have been able to oversee. Think about what you're overseeing, okay, in the third week of October, Libras. All Libras need to really think about, is this the stuff I should be overseeing? Is this what I should be looking at? Is this the way that I'm best suited? Because again, I'm being drawn back to what I was talking about in the beginning, where we have to really measure up, like, is this output or this oversight or this choice of energy commitment in my life, does it play on my natural qualities? Does it show me in a good light? Does it do me justice? Okay, that's a good way to think about it. As you will get many rewards in the third week and moving forward by really following through with those kinds of considerations. But you could just have good luck in the third week, or you could have somebody vouch for you, or you could have somebody who just compliments or celebrates you in the third week. Week number 4, beautiful, the 3 of Wands rooted down by the Ace of Cups. It's like all of your energy is coming in the new horizon. So it's hard to keep looking back at the old stuff. It's hard to keep consistent here, I feel. Consistency changes in the next paradigm as well. So that's another also difficult thing for super independent people, because independence is usually reinforced by some type of very like a drastic feeling of consistency. So knowing that that also becomes less, we have a lot of trust in the universe that has to come up by the end of October, and a lot of like willingness to adapt to a different form of abundance that might not be so monetarily based, or might not be so independence based. I see a lot of people finding prosperity in new places, okay, by the 4th week of October, because those are both very young energies, the 3 of Wands and the Ace of Cups. This is very new, very youthful, very uncharted territory. And I think that people, and it depends on the person, but for Libra, I feel you all to be really revered as a team player, or revered as somebody who can enter new territories or enter new projects with grace and refinement. I don't feel it feeling as great to be like on the 80th level of the current project, or to be at the same old drawing board, though some of you will do that very expertly as well. It's just like the natural momentum is pushing you and most of the other zodiac into new territories here. So see where those invitations are happening. But yeah, let's talk more about that in your extended reading on Patreon, Libra. I will link it below and in the center of your screen now. Let's talk about how to identify these new territories, how to feel confident about any of the new things coming into your life. And I'll get a central theme, two supporting themes, and a significator card to look at your energy from a different perspective. So come check that out. I hope you'll have a wonderful Libra season. Happy birthday again to those of you aging up. Have a great month. Bye.